The arrivals hall buzzed with noise and motion, travelers weaving past one another beneath the pale airport lights. Daniel stood near the gate with his hands shoved into the pockets of his coat, checking his watch every few seconds. It had been nearly 6 years since he had last seen his younger sister in person. Then he spotted her.
Elena!
A woman with dark curls and a tired smile turned sharply at the sound of her name. Her face lit up instantly.
Danny!
She abandoned her suitcase long enough to throw her arms around him. Daniel laughed as she nearly knocked him backward.
You got taller.
That's impossible. I'm 28.
You definitely feel taller.
Elena pulled back, studying him carefully.
You look exhausted.
That's because I'm getting married tomorrow.
And because you've always worked too much?
He grinned and picked up her luggage.
Come on, let's get you home.
The drive through the city was filled with stories and interruptions, years of distance compressed into an hour of conversation. Elena told him about her work overseas, the tiny apartment she rented in Florence, and the disastrous attempts she'd made at learning Italian cooking. Daniel told her about the wedding preparations, the stress, and Claire.
You really love her?
Elena asked as they stopped at a red light.
I do.
That's serious, huh?
I'm marrying her.
She smiled faintly.
Fair point.
When they reached his house, Daniel carried her bags inside, while Elena wandered through the foyer, admiring the place.
This is beautiful,
She said softly.
It'll look cleaner after the wedding chaos is over.
He showed her the guest room upstairs, the kitchen, and finally the back patio overlooking the garden, where part of the reception was supposed to happen the following evening. Elena leaned against the doorway.
You did well for yourself, Danny.
Before he could answer, his phone rang. The warmth left his expression immediately.
What?
He answered sharply. He listened for several seconds, then sighed heavily.
Fine. I'll come now.
He ended the call and rubbed his forehead.
Problem?
One of the vendors messed up an order. I have to go deal with it.
At this hour?
Apparently.
She waved him off.
Go. I'm jet-lagged anyway. I'll probably fall asleep in 5 minutes.
Daniel hesitated.
You sure?
Yes. Go save your perfect wedding.
He laughed quietly and hugged her once more before heading toward the door.
I'll see you tomorrow at the ceremony.
Wouldn't miss it.
The house fell silent after he left. Elena unpacked slowly, humming to herself as exhaustion settled into her bones. She had just changed into comfortable clothes when the front door opened downstairs. She frowned.
Danny?
No answer came. Footsteps moved sharply across the floor below. Elena descended halfway down the staircase before she saw the woman standing in the foyer. Tall, blonde, elegant. The fiancé. Claire looked up slowly, her expression immediately hardening. For a moment, neither woman spoke. Then Claire's eyes narrowed.
So it's true.
Elena blinked.
Excuse me?
Claire laughed bitterly.
Unbelievable. The night before our wedding.
Realization dawned too late.
Oh,
Elena said carefully.
you think...
You're staying here?
Claire interrupted.
In his house?
Claire,
She answered.
I'm Daniel's...
Don't say his name like you know him.
Claire advanced up the stairs, fury overtaking reason. Elena raised her hands cautiously.
Listen, there's been a misunderstanding.
Claire struck her before she could finish. The blow sent Elena stumbling against the banister. Shock froze her for half a second before another hit landed across her cheek.
Wait!
Elena cried. Claire grabbed her arm violently.
How long has this been happening?
You're confused.
I trusted him.
Elena tried to pull away, but Claire shoved her hard against the wall. Pain exploded through her shoulder.
Stop!
Elena shouted. Claire's anger only deepened at the resistance. By the time Elena finally collapsed to the floor, bruised and trembling, Claire stood over her, breathing heavily.
You are not ruining this for me.
Claire said coldly. Elena looked up at her through tear-filled eyes.
Please, I'm his sister.
Claire's face twisted with disbelief.
Liar.
She dragged Elena down the hallway despite her protests and shoved her into a small storage room near the back of the house. The door slammed shut. A lock clicked.
Claire,
Elena pounded weakly against the wood.
open the door.
Outside, Claire's voice came sharp and shaking.
You'll stay there until after the ceremony. Then you can disappear from our lives.
Footsteps retreated. Silence followed. Hours crawled by. Elena shouted until her throat burned. She searched desperately for another exit, but the tiny window was nailed shut from the outside. Her shoulder ached terribly, and dried blood stained the sleeve of her shirt from a cut near her temple. At some point during the endless night, she curled against the wall and waited for morning. When light finally crept beneath the door, she heard movement outside.
Help,
She croaked weakly.
please.
The footsteps stopped. A woman's startled voice answered.
Hello?
The door, please open it.
Keys rattled nervously before the lock finally turned. The maid who opened the door gasped aloud.
Oh my God,
Elena struggled to stand.
what happened to you?
Elena steadied herself against the wall.
I have to get to the wedding.
You need a hospital.
Later,
Elena whispered.
please. Where is it?
The church was already full when the doors opened for the ceremony. Music echoed softly through the chapel as Daniel stood at the altar, adjusting his cufflinks nervously. Claire stood across from him in a white gown, beautiful and composed despite the tension hidden behind her eyes. The priest began speaking. Then shouting erupted outside. Guests turned in confusion. The church doors burst open. Elena staggered inside. Her clothes were wrinkled and stained, bruises dark against her face and arms. Gasps swept through the room instantly as two members of Claire's bridal party rushed toward her.
You can't come in here.
One snapped,
She's insane.
another hissed. Daniel stared in disbelief.
Elena?
She looked toward him, exhausted relief washing over her face.
Danny,
He descended from the altar immediately, ignoring the murmurs around him.
I thought you were running late.
He said, horrified as he reached her.
What happened to you?
Claire stepped forward suddenly.
Daniel, don't...
Elena swayed slightly. Claire pointed accusingly.
You're defending your mistress in front of everyone?
The church fell silent. Daniel looked at Claire slowly, not understanding.
My what?
She was in your house.
Claire cried.
I found her there last night.
Daniel's face changed instantly. He turned toward her with dawning horror.
That's my sister.
The words landed like thunder. Claire froze. Around them, whispers spread rapidly through the chapel.
She said she was your mistress.
Claire said weakly.
I never.
Elena began. Daniel stepped toward her furiously.
What did you do to her?
Claire's composure shattered.
I didn't know.
You beat her?
His voice echoed through the church.
You locked her up?
Claire burst into tears.
I thought she was ruining everything.
Daniel stared at her as though seeing a stranger for the first time.
You never even asked who she was?
Claire shook her head desperately.
Daniel, please.
No.
The single word cut through the room.
He looked around at the stunned guests before speaking clearly.
The wedding is off.
Claire's family erupted immediately in protest, but Daniel ignored them. He removed the ring from his finger and placed it gently on the altar beside him. Then he turned back to Elena.
Come on.
He said softly. She nodded weakly. Without another glance behind him, Daniel wrapped his arm carefully around his sister and guided her back down the aisle, leaving the shattered ceremony behind them. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that. Now, what do you think Daniel should do next? Should he completely call off the wedding? Or should he listen to Claire and forgive her for the misunderstanding? Do you think Claire could have handled the situation better? Please write your thoughts on what you think in the comments, and I will be sure to read and respond. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, feel free to give me suggestions in the comments. That's all from Big O Productions, signing off.